their own. Like, there's something very, 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 very special here. And just the way that they're not necessarily trying to be like, hey, let me get your fucking eyes and ears like looking over here, like Brockhampton 3.0 right here, right now. It's like, nah, we're just a group of people or two people who make very, very, very cool music. Hi, my name is Garrett. Thank you so much for tuning into this channel. Today we are talking about Paris, Texas, who is a LA duo slash group, question mark. There's a lot of question marks here. I don't really have a lot of answers. I spent a good amount of time trying to find the answers, and if there are answers, they just don't exist, or they're undisclosed at this time. But what we're here to check out mainly is the Boys Anonymous album slash EP, whatever you want to call it, that did drop on May 14th, 2021. And this is their debut project, their real big coming out party with a bunch of tracks. Looks like we have about eight full tracks, 22 minutes in runtime. It's going to be a good ass time, and we're going to be checking out that full album very, very soon. But with Paris, Texas, I came into introduction with them when I found their music video. I think it was heavy metal, and then Force of Habit also came out recently, and by then I was engulfed in just how fucking good this music is. It's a blend of a lot of genres. The vocal performances are wild, but really the instrumentation as well as just the lyrics is what kind of puts this whole idea or group or mantra of like an enigma in this like independent alternative rap genre. These guys are coming in fucking hot, and it really again came into fruition when I started watching their music videos, and I was just kind of captivated by how high the quality is. So I figured for sure this was some type of label or deal. But when you look at the distribution on their music, it really doesn't go too deep. It doesn't list like UMG or anything. Orchid Music is who is allowing this to be like distributed, which is anything that I think you or I can use if I'm not mistaken. And then Pulse Recording is their music publisher, and when you look at Pulse Recording, you're gonna see that there's a lot of big names involved here, so there is some type of these guys have been found. It's not completely shoestring budgets, you know what I mean? But it really doesn't seem that there's any major label kind of taking over what's going on here. And the more I tried to look into it, they have like a whole team of people who worked on, like when you have a gaffer for your music video, that generally to me tells me that you're not doing this alone. Like, it's not mom's basement. Like, it's not, if me and my friend were like, let's make a rap duo, we couldn't escalate to the level of production that we're about to see on this whole album. At least not in the first day. So this either just felt like very, very, very well thought out by two people or a group of people who really spent time developing a sound that is really original, and also had the confidence to put a lot of money to where their sound, to where their mouths are, to say that like, no, this is a product that we believe in, and the production is wild. Boy Anonymous is kind of turning out to be an album that I'm very, 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 very excited to check out, based on, again, heavy metal. Force of Habit alone are enough to just sell me completely on what these two people can do musically. And I thought there was maybe some industry plant type weirdness going on, but regardless, it doesn't fucking matter because the music's so goddamn good. And the name Paris, Texas, I thought was like this oxymoronic type play on words, but when I looked it up, this is actually a city in Texas, and there's actually a movie from 1984 that came out by the same name, Paris, Texas, and there's even like an emo band of the same name, Paris, Texas, that was from like the late 90s to like early 2000s. When I was trying to figure out what the importance of the city was, I found that in 1982 there was a giant tornado that kind of swept over hundreds of, if not thousands of homes, and basically the whole city was basically rebuilt over time. It was also like a shipping headquarters, or like a port, if you will, for grain and a bunch of other luxurious goods back in the day when that was a big thing. But regardless, I couldn't really understand why these guys are called that. And when you look at the Genius profile, like the biography, it really just tells you LA group duo named Paris, Texas. That's it. Like there's not much known. So over time, I hope we learn more about these guys because their talents are unreal. And I think that on this project, we are about to be treated with a whole lot of good stuff. And I hope you guys stick around to check it out with me. Thank you so much if you have tuned in so far. I hope today is the day that I earned your subscription. Without further ado, the album is Boy Anonymous, and the reason why I refer to it as a duo / a group is on camera. I think I've really only paid attention to two individuals, which if you look at the cover art right in front of our eyes, those are the two leftmost people right here. But you have three other faces that are blurred out, so I don't know if that's like contributing to the instruments or the instrumentals, or like the beats, or there's a lot of stuff going on. And when I say genre blending, I mean genre blending. Like I can't even really give you a great like description of what we're about to hear. All I can tell you is that I've been loving what I have heard so far, and that this is about to be a wild ride if they keep up kind of the trajectory that these lead singles have provided me. So again, without further ado, this is about to be a fun one. This is Boy Anonymous, Paris, Texas. The first track is Casino. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's jump into it.
Certain amount. Yeah. Once I get that, then I'm out. I used to be in a drought. Now bitches is wetty as shit. Now bitches is petty as shit. Yeah. I never been on the block. No. I used to stay in the house. Yes. I used to come in the sock. Yeah. I know which one it is. And all of my brothers are close. These bitches can't tell us apart. Yeah. And now on a different account. In Switzerland next to the Alps. My dick is a few miles long. For anyone running their mouth. At times I can seem like an asshole. I'm from the central of the south. Grew up in a one-story house, but got too many stories to count. Someone said this would cost my heart. It's the one on my chest feeling light. Man, I should be the new Tony Stark. Trust far as I can throw. I threw out my arm. PSA for the team. No sleeping on the dream till we see our face on silver screens. Running to the
So the two people who are the vocalists of this group or duo, you have Louis Pastel and you also have Felix. But like I said, the lyrical performance that I heard on both singles, as well as just their ability to kind of like freely flow through the instrumentals that are being provided. But again, a fat range of sounds that are just gonna start flowing out of this thing, and you get this kind of like ambiance cloudy type beat on this one, and the way that it kind of like just stops abruptly, but they're able to kind of like make a point in that little pocket of silence to kind of like emphasize exactly what they need to say. I love it. I fucking love it. And as far as like an intro track to a project, I think we are getting into something that is going to be some fun. So like I said, I'm just here for the ride. I'm going to let the music play, but thank you so much for joining me.
The safe life baseball teams out of this world called ICE. I want to put you out your misery. Try to give me brain telepathy. Shoot my shot, oh my God, on that deep threes. Paris, Texas, next best thing. Might get that tatted on my teeth. I never been on the block. No, I used to stay in the house. Yes, I used to come in the sock. And all of my brothers are close.
I used to come in a sock.
These bitches can't tell us apart.
So right there, the second track just played for a second, and the way it like had that little same ending of the first track, the way that it kind of interlude into each other. If you were listening to this on an audio only platform and I wasn't hitting pause every fucking song and sitting here in front of a camera talking to you, I really do believe that they're going to stitch this whole album to play with these like crazy wild interludes, outros, intros that all kind of like, you almost need, like it's a necessity to listen to all these tracks together, because it really does, or I hope it will, paint a picture on just like this ever-growing canvas across these 8 tracks. But as far as like an intro track, it wasn't anything like too specially like in your face. Like the flash wasn't needed, because I love the confidence that already bleeds out of this very, very, very young group of people who are making music together. And you know, they don't look that young. It's not like we're getting a couple 16-year-olds making music for the first time. Like I said before, I really do believe that these guys have been working on this sound for a long time. It sounds very polished, very matured, very, very, very professional. And I'm just ready to jump into the next track, because like I said, it's hard to talk about an artist when you literally know so little about them, and when you look it up, there's really so little out there. But I'm loving what we're getting here, guys, and I think this is going to be a fun one. And that was track number 1. That was Casino. I love how it had this early 2000s like stereotypical, very basic techno house music, instrumentally like powered beat. Like, I don't know, it's just so cool how it just felt like Pong, like shit bouncing off each other, but they were rapping like this was like gospel, you know what I mean? And again, the confidence, it's real good shit so far. This is a fun one. Sorry for rambling, but track number 2, we got Packford to Low. Let's jump into it.
Hey, put his ass to sleep, not talking about itis. Niggas will get popped, not talking about Hyman. Way she handle balls, she deserve a Heisman. Niggas wanna diss, well, where can we find him? Oh shit, I forgot, that boy gotta sign it. I don't hold the heat, I change the climate. He don't want static, he rub socks on his carpet. They run up on me, don't think you should try it. They all on my dick, don't meet how required. Stay off the cockpit, if you ain't a pilot, you gotta be athletes. Listen to ride it to end your career, oh, I'll be delighted. These niggas is trash, it get me excited, but then I get bummed. Y'all fuck up the ozone. Nigga, you are not allowed. Go home.
She gave me some pussy, beat it like a lover. You might have to settle for second or lower. March the head off a boa. These niggas, they swear they gon' glow up. Like my nutty, he put that on his mama. Felix said he can't rock no designer. And yo, bitch, hold me back from the neck down. Put her face on my lap like it's IHOP. Let her know how now she looking like Leela. Now she wanna be up in my future. Ramadan, I can't eat with you niggas. I don't go outside, bitch, I'm a hermit. You got outside, now you looking like Kermit.
I like this broken ass guitar sound, but I love how when it came in, it almost felt like it was going to be a flash of a second and then it was going to switch up. But they really just let that be the emphasis of this whole song. It's just that burn, burn, burn. But the way that they're coming in hella aggressive from the minute that came in, it's just fun. It's so much fun. Like, this is just fun ass music, and we're only track 2 into this thing. And yeah, I'm having a good time. Hope you are too. Let's keep going.
Yo, I want that bitch, she pretty sedity. I need that fade, come back to my city. Give me that beat, I'm about to murk it. You play this shit, you don't want the verdict. I'm throwing balls, get hit with the wieners. I need the pose, I'm giving the penis. We got a record, I'm talking about Guinness. Them niggas dumb, but I haven't been.
She gave me some pussy, beat it like a lover. You might have to settle for second or lower. March the head off a boa. These niggas, they swear they gon' glow up. Like my nutty, he put that on his mama.
I love how much they're talking shit here, man. I love it. I love the shit talking. Like my nutty put that on his mama. Like, fuck, bro. Oh man, it's not like it's not, again, there's not too much flash going on here. Like, they almost are letting it be subdued and letting like their craft and their aesthetic just kind of take over and be the thing that is flashy, be the thing that does grab your attention, because it's this like wordplay and the way that they're bouncing off of each other, especially on a track that stays a consistent tempo and really the beat does not switch at all, really at all. Like, and they're just able to maintain your attention just based on like their chemistry, but also just, again, like that shit talking and just how cleverly like wordplay, like it'll go over your head, but you didn't realize that he's insulting you to your face type shit. I'm loving it, man. That was track number 2. That was Pack for the Low. We're moving forward to track number 3. This is Boy Anonymous, Paris, Texas. This is Better Days. Let's go.
I'ma fuck it up, she know I'm a savage. Keeping it a buck, shawty's such a bad bitch. I just want the green, lettuce, romaine cabbage. What the fuck you think, tryna get established. I'ma fuck it up, she know I'm a Roman candle. They gon' bring the pawn, I ain't taking damage. No pain, trying to get away, trying to get away. Don't touch my team fortress, don't think I'm not fortunate. Life's a box with swords in it. Magic needs stone sorceress.
Like this little melody section right here is just jazzy as fuck. But like where we started.
What the fuck you think? Trying to get.
And then you get to this like. Like it's just beautiful. But it's so varied and so like in your face. I saw an article where they compared them to Death Grips, and there's definitely a song later on this project where I could see that emphasis of that particular comparison. But it's really, again, like there's nothing flashy here. It's just pure like amalgamation of different sounds, different experiences. You have 2 different vocalists who can kind of give their own perspective on even the same topic, or even vice versa, like situations where one's taking their approach and the other's taking their own. Like there's something very, 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 very special here. And just the way that they're not necessarily trying to be like, hey, let me get your fucking eyes and ears like looking over here, like Brockhampton 3.0 right here, right now. It's like, nah, we're just a group of people or 2 people who make very, very, very cool music. And when I looked at the production on this project, it just said Paris, Texas produced the whole thing. So now that I've been thinking about it in my head, I would argue that these 3, like this is Paris, Texas. Like this group of people, these are Paris, Texas. You know, maybe they all produce, but these are the people who contributed to the project. But these are the main focus, the main men, the main dudes. I don't know. But it's like the Brockhampton idea where it's like, you know, there's 27,000 members of Brockhampton. You know, whatever. I don't know shit because I can't find it on the internet. I tried to bring you the details. Paris, Texas, call me. Let's have an interview.
Don't think I'm not fortunate. Life's a box with swords in it. Magic needs stone sorceress. Walk in the room, they felt it.
Long outros, letting us really sink it all in. And that was a beautiful track. Even the way it started with a faster tempo, but then kind of bled into this slower situation that was just kind of like repeating over and over, like better days. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. I love that juxtaposition of 2 different sounds, but all taking place within like one little construct of a song. These quicker tracks are kind of impressive too. The past 2 have only been about 2 minutes long. So that's something that I wasn't necessarily expecting. I don't really know the previous tracks that I've seen. Let's see, Situations, Force of Habit. Force of Habit's 4 minutes, so maybe that's why my mind was getting trained to be expecting like longer tracks out of these guys. But really, just let the music tell the story that you need to tell. It doesn't mean that you got to stick around for a long ass time, but they can do anything at this point based on the tracks that I have heard. The 3 that I have heard on this project are about to come up. First 3 tracks that we just listened to together, I had not heard before. And if you add all those together, I have a 6-track pool to pull from. And I don't know. They got some talent, guys. They got some talent. The next one The next track on this very, very good project, very impressive. Boy Anonymous. This is Paris, Texas. We got Situations. There's a music video for this one. This might have been their first track ever released back in March of this year. And without further ado, I think we should just jump right into it. Situations, Paris, Texas. We got a music video. So obviously, animation's fire. I remember me and my roommate were watching this one night, and I was just like, dude, like, what the fuck are we watching? This is some impressive stuff. And as you can see, this is kind of where my mind was, where I was like, these guys are definitely. This takes money to make this, and this like animation, PlayStation 1, blocky, rough edge aesthetic. Probably ain't cheap, and it's some high definition ass shit. So that's what I mean. Where I'm like, if you look at them as like, if this is their first song, you know what I mean? Like the bar has been set so high that it seems like there's a lot of money being invested, or at least fronted to this musical act. But again, after a lot of research, can't really find any label ties. Just a good distribution company. So, you know, good for them if they got them to give us a lot of money, or give them a lot of money. I ain't making shit after this. I'll join Paris, Texas. If you guys, you know, if you guys just need me, like, I could stand in the background of this video. Like, come on. Think about it.
Just keep it patience. Just keep it patience. Fill the tank, hit the road, out of state. Gotta blow, hit the switch, detonate. I don't got any time to waste. Got the juice, no I don't concentrate. Argue with my family, that was day to day. Leave the house for all the dreams I had to chase. Didn't come too close, but still got shit to say. Barely listened to what Papa had to say. Told me stay inside and focus on my grades. Since I've been outside, got weight up on my name. Couldn't stay behind, cause shit would stay the same. Hard to focus with the bullshit in my way. Every time I look away, it's something wait. Hold up, wait. Let me say, fuck opinions, don't care what they got.
That was dope. The way the like world just unraveled right there and turned into a little ramp. That was dope.
Say now, these situations, say now. Just keep your patience, just keep your patience, just keep your patience.
Oh my God, this is like the hardest. This was one of the hardest scenes I've ever seen in a music video. One of the hardest animations I've ever seen. Period. Like, this is some of the coolest shit. There were people in the other room in my place that I fucking pulled them in to be like, watch this. This is nutty.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
So dope, dude.
Don't wait to take control. Don't wait to take control. Don't wait to take control. It's too late to take control for me.
I just love how it's such a jazzy ass song right there, but it's like this big anime boss fight, like god level shit with a shovel. Can't ask for more, man. Really can't. Shout out to Jack with a 4 for that music video, because that is some of the dopest shit. Period. That was the song Situations. That was track number 4. I think it was the very first single, if I'm not mistaken. Very first single on that project. This is Boy Anonymous. Thank you so much for tuning in for this whole listening party, if you will. Thank you very much. We are moving right along, and I think these guys are showing a lot of different sounds, but just making really good music all around, whether it's the lyrics or just the instrumentation, all the different types of sounds. You have like rusty ass guitars, like very, very beautiful keys coming in, or just with that one, it was just kind of like this jazzy ass feel. But the collection of how these guys are tackling certain beats and kind of navigating all these different, again, melodies and whatnot. I'm really, 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 really pleased as far as a debut project. It doesn't get much better than this to kind of set the table and kind of get people to come to the table, if you will, and sit down and kind of understand what we're about to eat. Or have like a, I don't know, dude. There's something communal about like when a project like this, where a new or a collection of newer sounds are coming together, and it's done so well and just kind of so welcoming that it really does kind of set up this whole like level of community. Like if you're here right now, like this song just came out three days ago. The one we're about to check out, Area Code, and it has 3,000 views. So. You know what I mean? If you're enjoying this, welcome to the table, and we're all about to eat in the future. Because Paris, Texas, I don't think they're going to be slowing down. I don't. I think this is here to stay, and I'm happy for it. I'm here for it. Moving forward, though, we got track number 5. This is Area Code. Let's go. See, one of the coolest things about these guys is their ability to kind of like harmonize like that, where you're getting like this collection of both of them kind of going back and forth, but they're singing. On this project, we've seen multiple times where, yeah, they can rap their asses off. They can play with wordplay all day. Lyrically, they are sonically there. But to also be able to do this as like a duality to the group and really kind of have these like poppy sounds, you can see just the collection of just, again, I'm going to say the word sounds. That's the sound of the day, or the song of the day, or the word of the day is sounds. Sounds, my friend. They got the sounds. And it's impressive because when you look forward, even if like each of these songs in particular, like maybe they're not all for you, they do set up this level of like trust with an audience where in the future it's really boundless and endless what their albums can sound like, because they are navigating so many different sounds so goddamn well that it's game over. Like I'm here. I'm ready for all the Paris, Texas albums. Like you sold me, man. 5 tracks in, I'm in. Let's go. I like that song, this song, a lot. A lot more than I thought I would when it first started, if I'm being honest. I was a little weary on that one, but that was area code. They were saying 310, just call my phone. 310 is the area code for basically like West Los Angeles. You got Westwood, Beverly Hills, Bel Air, Brentwood, Malibu, Marina Del Rey, Mar Vista. There's a lot of stuff. I just had to look that up to make sure. Being in California, there's a lot of random ass area code numbers, but I was pretty sure that was LA area. Only further proving that these guys, despite the state of Texas being in their names, are definitely hailing from Los Angeles, California. And it kind of shows like this whole West Coast aesthetic does kind of bleed into all the different sounds. Take a shot every time you hear the word sounds today. The West Coast aesthetic really does kind of bleed into all the different sounds that they are experimenting with. So nothing too crazy there. But as far as that song, I liked it, man. I love the vibe. I love how they kind of slowed it down. There wasn't really too much going on. They kind of repeated a lot of the same songs, but it just became this like ultra mega vibe where you're just like 310. And by the end of it, dude, I got my maracas out. We were going, dude. So thank you again if you were tuning in. I really do appreciate it. Hopefully today is the day that I earn your subscription. We are moving right along on this Paris, Texas album. This is track number 6. We only got 3 more, including this one to go, but the last 2 after this one do have music videos, so we are in for a treat for those. But without further ado, this is a quick death. Let's go. Paris, Texas, Boy Anonymous, track number 6. Let's go. I love the clapping in the background, but the clapping sounds like me clapping along to a song where it's just like it's a little off beat, but it's not like it's there for a purpose, and it really adds to the ambiance of the song. I just wanted to throw that out there. I also like how the vocals sound on this particular thing, I don't know, kind of like emo punky kind of scream, if you will, or moany, belt. I fuck with it. This sounds like some Nirvana style vocals as well. It does have this also garage feel to it. Like you can almost picture someone playing this in the garage. I don't know why. That's one of the best songs on the project. And it ain't even over. Fuck. That was really, really good. The simplistic sound again, the broken down kind of garage sound that we just kind of experienced, where it was a 5-piece drum set, but 2 of them were people clapping. 2 of the pieces were just hands. You know what I mean? It just felt like this very bare bones feel. But they made this really soulful, beautiful track that really kind of just slapped you across the face with this almost like point of like recognition or like reflection, if you will. Paris, Texas, man. Like I said, about halfway through track number 5, I made it clear that I'm here. I'm here for the ride, because as far as like an introductory project, I really appreciate that they're not so much in your face like love us, love us. It's like, no, like listen to the music that we can create as a group or as a duo, and you will naturally love us, because this is some really, really, really good stuff. Like, whether it's in the pop genre or whether it's in like the funk genre, this like alternative genre with a lot of hip hop blend, they're killing it on all fronts, and I'm here for it. Like, I don't know what else to say. I'm just very pleasantly surprised. The next 2 tracks, that was track number 6. We're moving on to track number 7. This is the penultimate track on this project. This is heavy metal, and this track, as well as the next one, I have already heard and have been heavily putting into my rotation, and there's music videos for these 2, so thank you so much for tuning in, and let's jump right into it. This is track number 7. This is heavy metal. Let's go.
Show what they bop or a bozo. I'm the one dodging bullets in slow-mo. Little bitch, you are not at a dojo. You can't kick it here, bitch, I am JoJo. Is all how I'm moving, I'm tripping. Got these tabs on my tongue like a browser. Oh my god, Louis over there spitting. He could beat up this beef for an hour. Bitch from the city of God.
I love the line, I got tabs on my tongue like this browser. Like, I think that is such a hard-ass line. I just had to make sure everyone heard that.
Everybody you know is a fraud.
As I chop it up and butcher it and say it completely wrong, but tabs on my tongue like a browser. Yeah.
Man, I think someone's breaking me apart. I just wanted my father's applause. I just wanted my mother's applause. I just wanted these crackers' applause. So I stand on the stage with the bars. So I stand on the stage with the boys.
Blessed with my presence, say thanks. Little bitch, what is your rank? Walk in my hood for a second, they might put you in the dirt. Born this way must be a curse. You dropped a song, that's the worst. She don't suck dick, that's a first. Said she was playing and she go to work.
I love this like animated, like like they bring the life out of all the guitars that they use. Like in the last one, this guitar comes in right at the end when he's singing, and it's like at the same octave as he's singing. With this, the guitar is doing this like build up, breakdown, but as they spit, they're also going in that same cadence, like that same pocket. And it really gives like the guitars on this project really is its own like kind of character. And I like how they're using such a common instrument in their music. I don't know. It just hit me in the face, and I was like, dude, this is very, very cool stuff in context to the rest of the album. Because obviously, when I had heard this song multiple times, the guitar is great. This really like is one of the sickest fucking instrumentals I've heard this year. Period. Also, a fire ass music video. There's so much good shit, and obviously, this is the one where if there's any Death Grips appeal or Death Grips like similarities, it really does bleed through on this particular track. But in context to where it's placed in the track listing, I feel like it's so goddamn earned. Like they deserve it. Like you can't just be like, these are Death Grip clones or this is a Brockhampton ripoff. It's like, listen to the whole album and you get to this point, it's like, we've heard 60 different things, man. Like, and they've done it all so goddamn well. It's earned, man. It's earned.
Aim for her mouth and I burst like a gun or a semi. No, you ain't fucking with me. Yeah, my girls hella pretty, not sedity. They self-conscious, insecure, real high emotions. Long acrylics to hit all them roaches, but I don't get too fussed. That's my bitch. Ass so fat and them jeans in my rip. Wanna move to Atlanta then strip. Hold your tongue with that menacing grip. Got no send me no Uzi, no clip. Just 100 fists jamming your shit. Hey, on your tombstone we pissing, little bitch. Hey. You my son, you my child, you my kid. SSX, let's get tricky, little bitch.
SSX, let's get tricky, little bitch. SSX Tricky is a great game. Go buy a GameCube.
You can't get no high score in this shit.
What the fuck? We just heard this, but this is the guitar that I'm talking about, where it hits the octaves that they're rolling with right here. Bravo, boys. Bravo. That song is something else, and I think that is like the perfect lead single, sitting at pushing almost 500,000 plays on YouTube with that music video alone. Definitely people are taking notice. Definitely people are talking about these guys, and I think this project so far has shown that they're here to stay, man. Like this is just the beginning. This is just the precipice of what Paris, Texas is going to do in this music industry, and I'm excited for it. But I do want to say that this final track is probably one of my favorite tracks, period, of the year. One of the best tracks I've heard in a while. Their best track, in my opinion. After listening to all these new ones, I would still say that this song is just so goddamn well written, and I'm very excited to experience it with you guys. This is track number 8, the final track on Boy Anonymous, the debut project from Paris, Texas. This is Force of Habit. We got a music video. Let's go. So if you just break down this hook, if you just look at this hook, it's so cool. It's so cool. Like the way that his vocals are just like layered, and he's like doing this kind of like moan, like it's like shrieking, like it has to come out of him. And it's like so painful to say. And then watch how this first verse comes in, and it's just like, the minute I saw these two rapping together, I was like, there's no other way I want to hear you guys rap. I want to hear this together, because what you guys are cooking up based on this being like the first introduction for myself, I was hooked, my man.
Everybody way too dramatic. I live life in a comedy. Laugh my way to the bank. Broke as a joke, it's alright with me. I'ma be okay one day. Mood ring, watch my fucking mood change. I don't care what you say. He speaks with no bass or trouble. Get mixed up, yeah, never on my level. Mix bitch tits straight out of heavy metal. Put a nigga in the dirt like a fucking shovel. Tisk, yeah, a nigga know better. That's cause I know myself. You in my shadow like you and stealth. You are my son, got a brand new belt, yeah. Whoop a nigga ass for my goddamn help.
Might be verse of the year, and it's ballsy of these guys also to come out the same weekend as J. Cole's off-season album. But that verse, there's a lot of verses of the year on that J. Cole album. That J. Cole album is just fucking, that guy came back like on fire, bro. But that verse in particular is definitely going to be on my verses of the year by the end of this year. There's just no way. It's just so good. The way he comes in all confident, dude, and just kind of bopping with it. And he's saying so much real shit. And he's making all these comparisons. And it's just fun. And then he bring back in this fire hook from the beginning. And it's coming to be this like masterpiece of a song. And I swear it is. bitch.
She put out her little stripper bag, because strippers, they got bags where they put all their fucking money in. Yeah. So she moving all her money out the way. She like, boom, at the very bottom, like the very, very bottom. She put it on for me, and then she's I'm not gonna lie, I never did like 2 songs. They get crazy.
Now let's keep trying to run out of time. Now let's keep trying till we run out of time.
Man, I thought I told you. Parasexy soldiers want everything the light touches. We need that exposure. Go ahead, fix your camera. Go ahead, clean them lenses. We still gonna show up, despite what they told us. Realize y'all take it everywhere but the maximum. Married to the money soon as I heard that y'all broke up. Asking for any closure, but it don't want no closure. Who am I to judge a past? But she said it was over. Spit hotter than a solar. I can't trust a soul. You niggas some cobras. This word turn me cobra. I should live in tundras. I want my neck froze. Sick of y'all wait. Got the antidote. R.I.P. you lame fucks. Reaping what you sow. Reaping at your throat. Stitch them like some raw cut. Stitches lightly low. See, I stayed alone. Then I had lost my hope. Then I found something new. It found me on its own. Now when I go to shows, man, sawed off to the nose or landmine to the face. Choose how your mind is blown. Me and Louis fucking go. Your season is over. Your season is over.
So that's Felix. Guy with the Band-Aid, that's Louis, if I'm not mistaken, because he just said me and Louis, we fucking go. I still couldn't figure it out. Like, again, there's so little information on the internet. But that verse alone, too, is just like... Am I the only one that thinks this is like a masterpiece of a song? But, bravo.
Got your jersey hung up. Your season is over. Your season is over. Your season is over. Your season is over.
That was Paris, Texas, Force a Habit. That was the final track on their debut project, Boy Anonymous. And as far as I'm concerned, this is some good stuff here, my friends. Good stuff. And I think as far as a debut project, they showed that they're not just here to, again, just flash and just be like, we can do it all. It's like, we're going to show you and earn over time that we can really do it all. And as far as getting a lot of thoughts across, getting a lot of different sounds across, I think that this project really does it better than almost anything I've heard this year as far as, again, a debut project goes. And I'm just excited because this is just the tip of the iceberg. Let's see how fucking big it is underneath the surface, because again, the minute that we peel just a little bit back, I think once the confidence and once the audience grows and once the people are there and they're hungry, I think this, in particular, this duo or group will most definitely benefit from just flooding the market with as much content as they possibly can, because the more times that I think they create such different sounding music and, again, like this we can do it all type stature that they kind of just bring, it'll only take one to really blow up, and it'll only take one to kind of give the rest of their catalog the influx of views that it obviously deserves. The quality is there. It's just about getting the quantity out there. I think that will go a long way. And this 8-track project, considering the fact that the first single from this project, if I'm not mistaken, came out just a few months ago, it seems like they are really being fast-tracked into the market and just kind of be like, hey guys, check this out. And with a distribution deal and a management company and a lot of other things going on, if they are not already signed to some major label, I can see a deal in the future to where the collaborations and just the music that these people will make when they're in the system for real, and again, with the fans clamoring for it, I just think that there's not much that can stop them. There's really not. And I think the sky is the limit from here. And I'm very excited to be aboard this train. And I hope you are here with me. I really do appreciate it. If you had made it this far in the video, you can follow me on Twitter at YoGRRTT, YoGRRTT, Instagram as well. Now annotation on those 2 platforms as well. I hope today is the day that I earned your subscription. Thank you again. Go follow Paris, Texas. Go fuck with them. Thank you again. Take care of yourselves. And that is all, you beautiful folks.